the skyline. Well, welcome to a brand new build series here at Off the Line Performance YouTube channel. Right here we have our beloved R32 Skyline. You've seen it ripping in our front lot. You've seen it, well, ripping in our front lot. That's pretty much all it does. Well, this is my R32 Skyline that we're now converting to a full BR authentic R34 front end conversion. So right here is, you know, the full fiberglass BR kit, and that's from Japan. If you remember BR, Bee Racing, those guys they made like a lot of stuff, rev limiters and everything that we used in the early 2000s. Well, they're still around and they still make stuff. So right here we have a brand new kit. We got this shipped over from Japan. We have it fitted up and it's looking absolutely beautiful, guys. So R34 front end kind of looks like a V-spec a little bit, and then the rear end is just wide-bodied BR kit in all of its glory. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're just basically cleaning up this car. I decided it was time to make it less grime and more shine. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the series. I know I'm gonna enjoy building it, so let's get to it. Yeah, so I'm gonna clean up all this stuff. We should actually check what's in the catch can, because I don't know if you guys remember, but we ripped the living crap out of this thing. I haven't even changed the oil or the coolant. This is the first time I've done maintenance on the car, but we drifted the car continuously for about 6-ish hours during our party. And then last year I also drifted it at Ice Cream Cruise, but that's when it broke an axle, and so yeah. But yeah, the car right now is making like 480-ish horsepower turned down. We had it at 600 first, but for the party we turned it down a little bit. So I might check this catch can and see what's in there. It doesn't feel heavy though. If it was a Subaru, it would be full after like 5 minutes though. I'm telling you guys that right now. You guys dyno tune everything? Yes, we do. So, like, are you saying like dyno tune versus street tune? Oh, these guys, it's my first time going live. So, figured I was gonna videotape it for my TikTok channel, and then I was like, I'm too bored to, I don't wanna like move it around, so I just like went live. And plus we're doing a YouTube series, so I don't need to do like a huge thing.
Right.
Yeah, we do, like if you're talking about tuning cars, we tune pretty much every car. Just depends on the ECU and the format that you're tuning, whether you're flashing it or standalone and all that stuff. Okay, so I guess I can try to test fit the fender real quick. Excuse me. So I'm gonna spoil it a little bit, but this is a conversion front end. So it's not gonna be an R32 front bumper. The whole car is gonna be converted to a different front end. So. And obviously it's wide body because I have to make everything wide. It's like when all my bitches got BBLs, all my bitches got butts. I'm fucking 21 Savage, but for my cars. She wide, it's okay. I'll have to shave that a little bit. I feel like every body kit I get, this fender always hits right here. And the paint's already chipped off a little bit. The door might be off too. But that fits pretty good. That body line's nice. So, we're going from grime to shine. Grime to shine. Okay, now we can maybe test fit the front bumper. Guarantee you this front bumper is gonna hit the, it's probably gonna hit the intercooler, but.
Ooh, that looks nice.
That's gonna be sick, dude.
And then once it's painted though.
I know. So I gotta like, I'm just gonna like set the bumper up there because obviously it's not gonna fit. I have to take the back bar off. Oh. Oh, fuck. Don't fall. Or the car too.
Give it a little lower.
Yeah.
Fuck. It looks clean.
Be pretty sweet. Yeah, so it's a R34 front. So front bar is coming off. We won't be needing this anymore with the new front end. This come off. It was all already cut up to begin with, so I think this is probably just gonna go in the trash. Well, so the R32 front end is pretty much the only thing existing here is just the radiator support. I don't think we need to modify any of that. Because we're just gonna make a bash bar. So if you don't know what a bash bar is, it's basically the way it sounds. It's like a crash bar or a front beam, but we just made it out of tube, so it's easily replaced. So here's this little mock-up here. So we're gonna need to trim a little bit of the inside of the bumper right here on the intercooler. You see how it's intersecting right there? So I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna mark it with a Sharpie real quick, and we're just gonna slot that. And that's gonna push us in like roughly like 10 mil, 20 mil. And that should be enough. And then once we get our bash bar in, I'm just gonna have it come right in front of this intercooler and just kind of sit right in here. So right underneath this like top grill. And then we're gonna have tabs come up that mount it up top here. So I'm just gonna have these bars come up here, and then we'll have a flat piece of sheet metal, and Eric's gonna help me with that. So we'll have a little bit of fabrication corner fun time with him. And then we're also gonna have him weld the seam for the rear quarter panels, because like I said, we do need to cut the rear quarter panels out to make them a functional wide body car, because we don't want the wide body with the wheels to be out wider. We don't want that to intersect with the existing fender that's still underneath the over fender. So we'll cut that out, we're gonna weld it, seal it, and then that'll be ready for paint. Or if we were to wrap the car, same thing. So we just wanna make sure all the metal is cleaned up and sealed so no rust happens, because that would suck. Other than that, just sounds like I need to probably put a long sleeve on, because I'm probably gonna get itchy from sanding and cutting fiberglass now. So that's fun. You did not kill Anakin. I did.
Oh Lord.
I'm just cutting stuff, and there's a lot of Bondo, and you want to have eyes and face protection. I forgot my ear protection, but it's fine. I already have tinnitus. Also, my N95 is breaking. It's staple. So that's fun. But for those that don't know, when you wide body a car, you have to cut it. That's the correct way to do it. I'm talking to you fender flare boys that just bolt fender flares on a car and then don't. It just kind of defeats the purpose. Where you gotta, either way, you gotta cut it because you need more clearance inside the wheel well, because the wheel's out more. So the process is pretty much the same on all cars, but you know your cut size is gonna be different. So what you're gonna want to do is you find the line where your quarter panel and your inside fender or inside quarter wheel well meets, and it becomes flat in the tub, right? So just like how trailer tubs, they have that flat part, that's what we're gonna follow, because we want it to be flat there with this line. That way we can weld in a piece of sheet metal right in here, and then we seam seal that, and then that gets covered by the wide body. So that's what makes the wide body functional, technically, whether you're widening the track width or you're running bigger wheels and tires. So I'm gonna start cutting this. I need to get a new mask, but this'll do. That'll do, donkey. Most of the body panel cleared out. I'm gonna be itching for the rest of the day. So before anybody complains about cutting up a perfectly good Skyline, this is not a perfectly good Skyline. All this dust right here, that's not metal, that's Bondo. So Bondo body filler. That's what that layer, you can see it, it's way too thick. That's not the correct way to use Bondo. So unfortunately, that was how they decided to fix it, but that's kind of the reason why I wanted to wide body the car in the first place, so here we are. So we're cutting out all the cancer, so to speak. Now that I've got like a good line to go off of, I was just hammering it a little bit there, and like you can see, it can sometimes crease it, so we're gonna wanna mallet it, or we can cut some reliefs into it. And then what we're gonna use is a piece of sheet metal, same gauge and everything, and then weld this closed, seam seal it. In a perfect world, we would use like a paint on the inside of it, a weldable paint, so it doesn't rust on the inside too. But if we seam seal it on both sides, that'll pretty much work too. I've seen a lot of people do the fold technique, and I used to do that all the time too, but that's the quick and dirty way. But now that we have sheet metal and everything, we're gonna do that the correct way. But in the past, I would cut the outside panel, leave the inside panel, and then I'd cut reliefs in it, and we'd fold it over the top of the outside of the panel, rivet it on to the outside of the panel, and then tack weld it, and then seam seal over that. And that's a fine way to do it. It's just not the best way to do it. So it's still better than just cutting this and leaving it open, because we want to close it, otherwise water will get in there and your car will rust so fast. So, and this is the inside of your car. This will be exposed. So, well, hey, let's get a live reaction from our man in the gray shirt.
What'd you do? This is a perfectly good car until you fucked it up. Wow.
He knows nothing about this.
Now,
No wide body.
Eric is gonna have to go through and fix your disaster.
Oh, yeah. Now me and the mad scientists are gonna have to replace the valves that you burned. Shout outs to Fast and Furious 1. R.I.P. Paul Walker.
Action.
And obviously when you're done cutting with the dust after a long day, it's really good to just blow yourself. God damn.